again.
It's for the nights when the spread felt cruel. Charts in my face like I'm back in school. It's for the cans that you threw in my ear. I took every word, turned it all into gear. This for the rules that were built like a cage. I learned every line, made them fuel my rage. This for the voice that said you'll just crash. I muted that sound when I saw that cash. Now it's payout day, screenshot in the mail. Bank app buzzing like I just made bail. I don't flex small wins, I respect that grind. Every digit on the screen took a piece of my mind. But I'm not done, it's the first brick laid. Whole new challenge every time I get paid. I run it back, same plan, more calm. Same firm, new face, same war, new bomb. They gon' say lucky, call it just a streak. But they ain't see the losses, I don't ever tweet. You doubt me once, I'll forget that fast. Doubt me twice, I'll just double this bag. Now I'm up and I'm up again. Chest, one move, then the next. No drift, no maybe, no stall. I want the whole damn wall. Every inch wants more. Every win opens a door. If the wheel keeps turning clean, you can feel it in your skin. Don't bet the doubt. Don't feed the brake. When it locks in place, that's the shape of fate. Leading hard, let it pull you through. One true signal and I'm all in tow. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Fuck yes, then I'm ready to go. All in, no halfway fire. Fuck yes, take it higher. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Fuck yes, then I'm ready to blow. All in, no dead end road. Fuck yes, that's the code. In the tape room, same rule. Read the candles, read the fools. If the setup feels alive, I don't blink, I don't swipe. I've seen good enough die slow. Seen bright stars never grow. But when the edge feels true, I go harder than I knew. Momentum, yeah, once it's live. Don't drag the chain, let it drive. Small stuff stack, then the whole thing flips. One clean hit and the river rips. No split focus, no weak knees. One clear lane, one clean squeeze. If the yes hits deep in the bone, then you send it like it's already home. Life don't hand out second chances, not to hesitations, not to glances. So I could lose the tired and tame. Burn the ships if I call your name. When the pulse says run, I don't question why. That kind of hunger learns to fly. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Fuck yes, then I'm ready to go. All in, no halfway fire. Fuck yes, take it higher. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Fuck yes, then I'm ready to blow. All in, no dead end road. Fuck yes, that's the code. One good yes can change the room. One true move can split the gloom. Momentum's king, and I know what to do. Jaw set, eyes up, wrists up.
Muscle in the mirror, thunder in my chest. Every scar story, every loss a debt.
Short fuse, tall odds, whole room feels small. Still in my veins, I'm built for the fall.
bottom to the top. Go long, every limit gonna pop. Chop, 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 cut the doubt off. Watch it drop, bank on chop. Yeah, you know I'm all I got. Go long, when the red line says to stop. Go long, till the last breath, last. Chop, 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 rhythm in my blood, it knocks. Bank on chop, I'm the blade that never drops. Grind lines, deep cuts, sweat falls, no luck. Jawline concrete, back straight, locked in. The world tries to fold me, I just dig in. Weight on my shoulders, turn it into stars. Every hit I'm taking only sharpens up the rock. Whoa, long, go long, from the bottom to the top. Go long, every limit gonna pop. Chop, 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 cut the fear off, let it chop. Bank on chop, put it all up in the shot. Go long, when the red light says to stop. Go long, hear the echo when I drop. Chop, 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 step by step I never stop. Bank on chop, cause I'll always beat the clock. Shut at the top, long at the base. Built from the grind, not a pretty face. Short at the top, long where it counts. Stacking that strength, add it up, it mounts. Hey! Go long, from the bottom to the top. Go long, every limit gonna pop. Chop, 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 cut the chains off, let them drop. Bank on chop, I'm the storm you can't outrun. Go long, when the red light says to stop. Go long, till the heartbeat says I'm done. Chop, 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 crowd in my chest, it shouts. Bank on chop, bank on chop, bank on chop, 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 chop. Yeah. 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 She was trading gold for a decade or so, and it's heavy to hold, but she carries a load. Can't compare to the gold, it's incomparable. They say everything gold, but I'm checking the code. Every single investment I get in my zone, but they never the best, it ain't ever the most. Her level of flexing, she never opposed. Never the type to be shy, never the type to get goals. In her zone, she's so cold. I try to win her heart, but I know it's already sold. And she don't got the time for somebody she can't control. And I can't waste my life on somebody I can't console, but I'm holding on to hope. So if you see the gold queen, tell her she's the only one I need. I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, I'm still down to do the right thing. If you see the gold queen, tell her she's the only one I need. I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, the gold queen, I said the gold queen. Yeah, I fell for the first time I heard the phone ring. The day she said she met a man who tried to sell her a dream. And she said, no thanks, I got enough already, but you get in my team. She's traveled the world and made a living off of any place with Wi-Fi and electricity. She's still getting money if it's connected to the city. And still no man in her life that can keep her in life. And it's worthy of a legend in the making. A woman who can live a whole life off of trading. They called her Jane, she was born in the 80s. But there's no way I could put my heart on the line. A woman with the confidence to look in my eyes and tell me she could change my life if I give her my time. And there's no man on this planet who would try and let it slip out of his fingers in the night. And I thought of a woman with a brilliant mind, and I was lucky enough to call her mine for one night. So if you see the gold queen, tell her she's the only one I need. And I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, I'm still down to do the right thing. If you see the gold queen, tell her she's the only one I need. Yeah, I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, I'm still down to do the right thing. I mean, if you see the gold queen, tell her she's the only one I need. And I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, I said I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, if you see the gold queen, tell her she's the only one I need. And I'm still down to do the right thing. Yeah, I said I'm down to do the right thing. And if you don't know, now you know. Ooh, I'm blessed. If you see me on the rise, don't be surprised. And every low is a higher low. And if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. At the bottom with my people, we gon' build us up a steeple. We just need a ladder, yeah, a long ladder. At the bottom with my people, we gon' build us up a steeple. We just need a ladder, yeah, a long ladder. Ooh, I'm blessed. I can see a green line if I went blind. And every low is a higher low. And if you don't know, now you know. Ooh, I'm blessed. If you see me on the rise, don't be surprised. And every low is a higher low. And if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. Man, I just dropped a couple hundred. Shares of fate like them good old boys. I ain't got much to say, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, I just dropped a couple hundred. Shares of fate like them good old boys. I ain't got much to say, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The light was there the whole time. The light was there the whole time. Yeah, the light was there the whole time. The light was there the whole time. Yeah. Ooh, I'm blessed. I can see a green line if I went blind. And every low is a higher low. And if you don't know, now you know. Ooh, I'm blessed. If you see me on the rise, don't be surprised. And every low is a higher low. And if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. The light was there the whole time. Yeah, the light was there the whole time. The light was there.
This live show is for educational purposes only and is not financial or investment advice. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. All commentary represents personal opinions. You are solely responsible for your own trading decisions and outcomes. Do your own research and consult a qualified financial professional. Viewing the show does not create an advisor-client relationship.
Welcome, everybody, to the Power Hour special featuring myself, Logan, the CSO. Hobby is out. I don't really know what he's doing today, but he's out today. But I've been gone for the last 3 days, 3 days. So how's everybody doing today? How you guys doing? AK payout pending. Nice, nice, nice. Logan, do you move your stop loss after you get into a trade? Nope. Good. Everybody have a good week. He went to Disney. Made sense. That makes sense. I went to Disney. I did catch this fucking beautiful short. I just posted it in the chat. I made a little over 10,000 on my Lucid Fundeds with that short. I did take a small 3K payout today off of them as well. But yeah, today's a good day. I took a little L first thing in the morning, took a break, and then I just caught that. So I'm happy. I'm also jumping in this long. Fuck. I have my shit locked. Wait, I'm not in it yet. Might as well wait. I had to adjust my risk settings. If it holds above this PHP level here at, let's say, 21, I'll jump in. Actually, I'll just go for a new higher high. So right above 25, we'll do it. We'll jump in. Let's see. What's your goated pistol again? Dark Forge Reaper. What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing on YouTube? What did I use to catch the short? What do you mean, what did I use? PHP, my indicator. Which I'm going to drop 100 weeks. I'm going to drop 100 weeks on PHP today. All right. We can get a new higher high. We'll test the long here. We got a long room up, so. Just waiting. I want to see a little bit of a push through here. Pop above 25 and we'll test it. Pop above 25 and we'll test it. See if we can get that complete reversal going. respecting that level. It is respecting that level. Not going to force it. Going to be patient here. And complete pop down. Going to be, obviously, I'm not going to take the long. Like I said, I wanted it to close over 25. So, just going to wait. Yeah, it is going to be people who do not have PHP, first time users. It's going to be give everybody a little taste who haven't been able to try it out yet. That's kind of what the goal was there. What do you count as a pullback versus a reversal? Suck at seeing the difference. Well, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Short, and then long as a reversal, right? Now, this is technically a pullback, which is why for my trading strategy, I don't take full-blown reversals. I look for a break, and then I wait for a continuation. There was no strong continuation, so I didn't get in. I'm a breakout momentum trader, right? So that's what I look for. JCV Commerce, welcome. Best and worst thing you did in Chicago with Max? We actually didn't do really anything. We didn't really do much. We ate some food. We went to Ninja Trader headquarters. And then we went to the baseball game. Best thing we did? Michael Jordan had a restaurant. We ate at Michael Jordan's restaurant. Food was good. Worst thing we did was me sports betting. I'm just a terrible sports bettor. When are you going to TPT headquarters? Why would we go to TPT headquarters? It's an interesting edit. To rinse them in person. Logan Harry, I would like to know when you say that you uploaded to the chat, is it in your mentorship or the Discord? In the Discord, just right here in the Discord, the overall free viewer, because I can't post it in YouTube, right? I mean, I guess I could do this. I could show you guys real quick. Just log in and share my screen with you, I guess, if you guys really want to see it that bad. Ah, fuck it, I'm not going to do all that. It's a waste of time. Yeah, I just post my profits and stuff in here so that they can see, you know, how well I did today. It's an impressive edit. Did you guys learn anything new from Ninja, or is Max working on some big surprise? No, they hinted towards stuff. You guys are going to see in the interviews we did with them. They hinted towards some stuff, some fucking crazy stuff. Now, is that going to happen or not? When's the timeline? I don't know. They hinted towards some crazy stuff. Single stock futures. I think everybody's doing that. I think that's a big thing everybody's talking about doing. Hey, Logan, just curious, what attracted you to breakout trading? I learned orb from Max, which is essentially breakouts. And then I started studying it, learning it at different time frames. And then I built areas of support and resistance based on that, and then led to breakouts. Started to work, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. And then I kind of stuck to it, tightened it up, started building my indicator around it, and then all my strategies. Yeah, it's done very, very well, obviously. This month, unfortunately, with the week of I missed out on trading, I won't hit a 6-figure month. I'll probably close out around 70K, maybe 75K this month. So I didn't hit a 100K month because I missed a week of trading, but I think August is going to be my biggest month ever. Is there a code for the 1 week? Yes, we're going to drop it soon. Did you trade Bitcoin? No, I think crypto's a scam. I'm not wasting my time with crypto. Fighting this IFEG. Don't know what that is. I like your setup, question mark. Oh, do you? How come you think August is the biggest month? Just based off of my my setups. So I hit 100K months with 50K accounts, right? I hit 100K month with my 50K accounts. 100K verified payouts. Showed the payouts, showed the withdrawal, showed everything. Now I'm using 150Ks, passing the buffers, passing everything. So based on that, if I trade smart, I gotta catch up, you know, on some shit over the past week. I'll statistically, just based off of the numbers, I should hit a 150, 200K month. Do you still trade Globex Open? Very rarely. Very rarely. 99% of my trading is done New York Open. What is your average position? My size? If we're talking my 150Ks now, it's about 2 minis. How many friends you live with? Right now, I've been live with 5. Right now, I'm live with 3. Best advice on going on tilt? It's tough because I go on tilt all the time. I go on tilt all the time. It's tough. Best advice is just to try and minimize the damage. Do the Trump Hotel have golden toilets? No, but they had golden chocolate and they had a bunch of other cool stuff. Actually, the Trump Hotel is pretty nice. We got this money clip, which actually I'm going to use. I'm going to use this money clip. Trump money clip. It's pretty cool. Despite what you think about Trump as a politician, as a businessman, and a multi-billionaire, that's a flex. Just like I would do this with if Elon Musk had one, or fucking Bezos had one, even Bill Gates, and he's a fucking psychopath, I would do his, because it's cool, because they're billionaires, and they make a lot of money. Putting a money clip is cool. Is that money clip real gold? I doubt it. I didn't pay for it. It was given to me. I doubt it's real. Heavy, but I doubt it's real. Trump Hotel has the fastest elevators they've ever been in. They are pretty fast. I'm new to trading large amounts. So don't trade large amounts. It's an adjustment. Why do you think Bitcoin is a scam? Can you tell me why? I love learning. It's just not regulated. It's the way that it's moved and adjusts, and people can just adjust and rug pull, and everybody thought it was going to the moon, and then it dumped, and there's no real understanding of how it moves. I'd rather have a concrete setup based off of a stock and a company and news and how things are operating and moving to have a general idea. It's all theoretical. It's all hypothetical. It's all, you know, there's no legitimate factual evidence to support the movement of it besides fucking, you know, maybe it's going to happen because I feel like it is. The thing that bothers me about crypto is based off of like hopes and dreams, right? The stock market is based on statistics. Yes, obviously something can happen to a company. They can go under. This fucking something can happen to Elon Musk, whatever, right? But if you're looking at statistical probabilities, right? Everything we do in the market is, of course, technically gambling. Nothing is 100%. But if you're looking at statistics and numbers and probabilities, like I spend hundreds of hours building my strategies on, there is an edge to it, right? Crypto, it's kind of fucking there. I miss his voice back. How can you go on tilt all the time and still get six-figure payouts? I go on tilt all the time and haven't gotten a single payout. Because you got to manage your tilt. It's how your tilt's managed, right? How fast? Watch me, one of these power hours, I went on tilt and popped a bunch of accounts and then locked and hit DLL on a bunch of accounts. But because of DLL, I saved my accounts. Then that next day, that next morning, I made $30,000, right? I'm an easy 20% trader. That's good. Solid risk. I wouldn't go above that, though. You gotta have like 30 accounts. Correct. I also have a lot of leverage. I really like Ninja Trading. It would be awesome if we could use all your guys' indicators. Just use it on TradingView. If you're a big fan of Ninja Trader, use it on TradingView. Sorry if you talked about it already. Did you catch that dump before hopping on? I did, Rob. I made about 10K on my Lucids. Beautiful PHP. Look at this, just a signal and continuation. Blue dotted line, print here, ride that bitch down. Fucking over 100 points, guys. PHP has been phenomenal. I posted about it yesterday. 200 points during London, 200 points during pre-market, 200 points during market open. It's been on fucking point. So, figured I'm going to give it out to a bunch of people for free. New to the Power Hour stream, so apologies if this is a redundant question. Could you give a TLDR on how your indicator works and how you utilize it? Yeah. So let's look at this. You guys can see my charts, right? Yeah, you can. So signal. Dotted line, printer of this is going to be essentially your continuation, where you enter, right? A little bit past that. You enter, and then you ride it as far as you want to. Which in this case, over 100 points. It's the most brain-dead indicator you can use. Very, very, very simple. It essentially, during consolidation, it establishes pivot points based on certain logic. I'm not going to give you that logic. But it establishes pivot points based on certain time frames, 15, 5, 1. Establishes these pivot points, support and resistance. Any type of break and continuation, right? You get a signal, you wait for the continuation. If it does continue, you enter. I am a pure volume and momentum breakout trader. It's very good at teaching patience also. And that's the idea, and that's what's so great about it, is it makes you sit and wait for the setup. You guys see it all the time during Power Hour. More often than not, I'm just not taking a trade until I see that momentum. Right now, we've got a good ATR. ATR, average true range, average size of the candles, which gives you an idea of how much volume is involved in the trades also. Getting PHP back the golden month of August. PHP is the most consistently resubscribed indicator there is because it just consistently works. It's very simple. It works on all time frames, works on all indicators, or not indicators, works on all different tickers. It works on stocks, options. It works on fucking crypto, even if you want to use crypto. People use it all the time. It works. It's a very basic indicator that just establishes pivots based off of break continuation consolidation. Super easy. You're going to show crack since your co-host already has? No. What's it called? It's called the Pivot Hunter Pro. Is there a specific time that the indicator works? I specifically like trading it the most during New York Open. That's my favorite time to trade it. Now, has it worked during Power Hour? Of course. Has it worked during pre-market? Yes, I traded a lot during pre-market. Does it work during Asia and London? Also, yes. I had all the students of mine catching bangers with it yesterday during London. Is there a specific time that indicator works best, and how could we avoid fakeouts? Avoiding fakeouts are difficult, right? That's kind of you need to have a little bit of an understanding of how price action works, paying attention to candles. There are going to be fakeouts. This isn't a 100% indicator. It shows setups all the time, right? That's why I include risk management, right? And how we manage our trades and not taking every single PHP setup. Finding out certain times to trade, proper risk management, proper adjustments to what your size, your contracts, your TP, and your stop loss, right? Do you teach how to use ATR? I have 3 videos on YouTube that show how to use this indicator. It's all free. Is this similar to Lama Strat? No. I am strictly a breakout trader, a momentum trader. Anyone doubting Logan's course, don't hesitate. It has helped me so much with discipline and knowledge. This course has transformed my trading. Appreciate that, Cody. Might be a stupid question, but what if it gives a signal to buy, sell, but no volume or momentum? They don't get it. There's no volume or momentum. Don't do it. It's going to signal anytime there's a pivot that's broken. Anytime there's a 1-minute level that's broken. But it doesn't necessarily mean you entered, right? You want to see that volume. You want to see that movement. You want to see that continuation, right? Is it a race to get the codes? Maybe. There's about going to be 100 drops. Do you use it by yourself or with other indicators? I use it completely by itself. I also do use in the morning advanced orb, but I do not use advanced orb with PHP. I use them separately. PHP rocks with Logan's ATM settings. I enter a trade and look away. Entered the short 30 minutes ago and waited to hear the TP filled sound. Yeah, it's nice. What's cool about this indicator too is like right now, right? We're in this consolidation period. I can go here. I can set up create alert. And I can set an alert on PHP, right? I'll do it right now. And so when there's a signal, it'll let me know. Say, hey, we're breaking out potentially. Trade hurries up. I don't know why it's taking so long. Just wanted to say your advice you gave in Instagram has helped me so much. I appreciate that, Slicks. How are you using AI to be a better trader? So what I do is I use AI and I plug in certain strategies and risk parameters, plug it in based on certain time frames, and I use that through AI. I have a whole class that I teach my students on how to use Claude and AI to build their own strategies. It's I can teach you guys, I can give, my students fishing rods and I can give them fish and give them everything possible, but what if something happens to me and their fucking fishing rod breaks? So I teach them how to fish. And I teach them how to use AI. I teach them how to build their own strategies. I teach them how to build their own risk management. And that's how I've used AI to heighten in on my 2 of my strategies, Strat 1 and Strat 2, that I use in the morning, which have about a 65% win rate, 2-to-1 arm multiple, and has gotten me hundreds of thousands of dollars in payouts. Verified. It's not loading. There we go. PHP is being dropped. Guys, when you go to checkout screen, there will be part where you enter the code. There, wait, yeah. Full port FOMC since the last FOMC was a bust. Well, it's not FOMC today, so whenever that is, sure. Are the indicators default settings fairly good? Yes. So what I do is I set it. I request Owen, who builds the indicators. I tell him to set it to my default settings so that you guys trade the exact same way I do. All right, we get a good print through here. And I might just enter here. Not yet. Not yet. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. There's the signal, right? You got the signal. That's why we got the alert. I'm getting in now. I'm getting into the short now. Okay. Your stop loss, you want to shoot at least for a 2-to-1 arm multiple here, maybe? So let's shoot for at least around, let's go for like the 200 area here. Let's go for the 200 area. There's 10 points. Actually, let's go for 210. We'll go for 210. So we're going to go for about, what's that, 40 points? We're going to go for 40 points here. Now, another normal entry on PHP, if you didn't enter now, is you would wait for a print through of this, right? But this is a strong level, volumed candle. That's why this is yellow, printed through. That's a good entry for me, right? We're about 15 points in profit now. Now, if you guys have good risk management, right, decide when you want to trim, when you want to cut your profits, when you want to move your contracts to break even. For me, my stop loss is going to be, right now, stop loss is going to be 270. 270. I'm going to go for a 2 to 1 R multiple. My entry was 250, stop loss 270, TP 210, right? 2 to 1 R multiple here. Now, depending on your guys' own risk, whatever, if you guys want to trim profits earlier, you want to cut your trades earlier, whatever you guys want to do, everybody trades differently, right? I don't like to give people concrete risk management parameters if you're not a student of mine, because everybody trades differently based off your own emotional and disciplined psychology that comes with trading, right? We're at about 15 points in profit almost. We're looking good. I like the ATR here, 21 ATR. This is looking very good. There we go. That's 20 points. Looking good. Looking good. That's 25 points. Trade responsibly if you want to trim some profits here. Not a bad idea. Trade responsibly. That's 25 points right there. We're looking good. We've got quite a bit of room down. Quite a bit of room down. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're going. We're going. I like it. Let's keep holding down. Let's keep pumping down. You got in the short because it broke. Yeah, so this is a strong level, right? This is a 15-minute level PHP. Yellow candle means high volume. Printed through. You could enter here if you wanted to. I like the break of this strong level. Triple 3 levels here. Hard break, enter, right? And off of that enter already, we've dropped 30 points. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Like I said, it's a very simple indicator. Consolidation, establish pivot levels, look for a strong enough break and or a strong enough continuation. It's the most basic fucking indicator, right? It just draws out these levels that we don't pay attention to, these certain pivot points that we're not focusing on, and then you get to sprinkle in a little fucking volume candle in there. Gotcha. Take note of that. Enter. Boom. Dumps. Great fucking trade so far. Like I said, you guys should be trimming some profits, moving contracts to break even if necessary. I'm going to hold until around 210. That's where I'm going for. I want to go for 40 points here. But it's a great trade so far. Great trade. What's the name of the indicator? Pivot Hunter Pro. Pivot Hunter Pro. You can access it on our website. All right, if you guys moved your contracts to break even, you should be out of this trade now. You should be out of this trade now if you move contracts back to break even. Because we got about 30 points in that trade. Hope you enjoyed the break. Now time to make the props your bitch. Absolutely. That's what I do. Would you ever use PHP and Quantum together? No. Quantum's not my trading style. It's hobbies. We trade very differently. All of us trade very differently. Is there videos on how to use the indicator? Yes. It's on the web on my YouTube. Big failed candle right here. Big failed candle right here. Right? That's a failed bullish candle because of this wick. If you guys understand candle patterns a little bit, it's a bullish candle, but look at this wick. It basically said, nope, I want to pull all the way back down. I'm not trusting the longs. Sellers won, and now we're back into a sell. We're back into the trend. All right, that's just basic candlestick patterns. Done for the week. Thanks, Logan. Good work, SB. Good work. I'm still in this trade, guys. I'm still in this trade. But like I said, you guys should be trimming some profits, moving contracts to break even if you need to, right? They moved 30 points. That's a good trade already. I like the simplicity of the indicator. Yeah, I keep it as simple. Like, this is how I like the way that I this is why I try and I make fun of a lot of people in their trading styles. It's like, why are we making trading so complicated? Not that hard. Trading's not that hard. Breaking continuation, enter. Right? Strong movement in one direction, enter. Follow the trend ideally, right? Why does trading need to be so complicated? And here's the thing, I'll call people out. I can confidently say this, and I don't care how egotistical or arrogant people think I am. I can confidently say I am one of the best prop firm traders in the world. And you can try and debate me on that, but how many profitable traders or how many traders do you know have verified 100K months, withdrawn, payouts? I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot, right? How do I do it? 50% of the time is this brain dead indicator that doesn't require any intelligence. I'm not a fucking genius, guys. I'm not. And like I said, I go until I fuck up sometimes, right? Trading is really just psychology and keeping it simple. We got to see how this established that new level. There we go. We're breaking down. Coming down to my TP at 210. Coming down to my TP at 210. Here we go. Almost there. We had about only a 10-point pull-up from my entry. So we've only pulled up 10 points. We've now hit 36 points almost. 33 points. Look at that. We're coming down to TP. First TP is 210. This is where I personally will trim, and then I'm going to move all of my contracts into profit, the remaining contracts. Not a bad trade. We're currently at a 1 to 3R multiple, right? Pulled up only 10 points. If you guys didn't get out on the initial short, pulled down 30 points. That's a 3 to 1R multiple. That's some good fucking trading right there, right? Almost there. You're right, Logan. It's not ego. You can always back your claim. Consistency. It's all that matters is consistency. All that matters is being consistent over and over again. You can go on tilt. You can pop accounts. You can pop evals. You can pop funded accounts. But if you're consistently profitable, consistently getting payouts, consistently making more than you're spending, then you're going to become profitable and you're going to make it work. Right? We're right there. We're right there. Look at that. 3 more points. 3 more points and our big TP's hit. Almost there. And almost. Almost. If you guys haven't moved your contracts into profit, definitely want to start moving them into profit now, right? Great trade. Great trade. Have you ever heard of James Marine Lambo? He was a Marine and trades as well. You guys have a similar style. I've heard of him, but I think he trades like stocks or individual stocks or something. I don't know. He trades options. I don't know. I've heard of him. I don't know. I don't know much outside of just like what I've seen somewhat on Instagram. But it's cool seeing another Marine do well. There's a chance to win a free week. Yes, I'm going to drop in 100 free weeks in the Discord. I'm going to drop 100 free weeks in the Discord. Actually, fuck it. I'll drop it on the YouTube too. I'll drop it in both. I'll drop it in the YouTube and in the Discord. Do you ever take into account larger market structure? For example, the 1 hour shows us in a potential W or an M pattern. I don't pay attention to patterns on higher time frames, but I do pay attention to pivot levels on higher time frames. Yeah. YouTube is not live yet? What do you mean YouTube's not live yet? What are you talking about? I'm literally talking to YouTube. I can see the YouTube chat. Does your students get the indicators or not? They get a free week. My students get a free week of the indicators, of my indicators. Yeah. I also teach people how to do it without the indicator, but delay on my end, all good now. All right. Are you going to have classes with students anytime soon? I have 40 hours of content in my class, Jane. I have 40 hours of education. Will I do a class though with my students? Yes. I have a few different classes. My course isn't really a course. It's more of like a fucking ongoing mentorship. I do pre-markets. I do random classes. I do recaps. I spend hours and hours with my students. Yeah. So like everybody was like, oh, I need a one-on-one. No, you don't. Because I spend so much time with everybody. We can ask all the questions you need. Blue funded account last night, but this win helped get my mojo back. Good. What are your thoughts on future of market streaming media, the whole esports of everything? We should have coliseums of traders. We do. I mean, we have trading tournaments. If you're going to check out Blitz, Blitz is going to be look like a whole esports thing. If you go to Dallas, it's going to be fucking cool. What's the difference between you and Max's strategies? It's hard to explain it. Max and I have the closest in similarity. Absolutely. I mean, he's my mentor. We have the closest similarity to trading. I think I'm a lot more mechanical on my setups, I think. Done for the day. Can get payout from 5 Apex today, and if I can, 500 Monday. Thank you for the education today. Appreciate what you guys are doing. Good job, T. Monroe. Sparky boy. Thanks, Logan. Finally staying disciplined. Second PHP trade of the day. Wasn't able to trade until power hour today. I'm out. See you in the pre-market. Up 1,600. Good job, Sparky. Good work. I have PHP. Can you tell me why when I get in the candle across the dotted line, it always goes back on me? You probably weren't paying attention to candlestick patterns, other sides of the candles. You probably weren't paying attention to the way the candles are moving. You probably weren't paying attention to other levels in the way. There's a lot of variables. You probably were getting in at a time that there's not a lot of volume or momentum. Logan spends a lot of time with his students, crazy hours coaching on everything from strategy to psychology, worth the education. Thank you. Am I still in this trade? Yes, but I trimmed profits. I trimmed some profits when we got almost down to TP. Does the indicator work well with P2P fibs? Maybe. I don't know. I don't use P2P. Guys, I don't use anybody's strategies but my own. I don't. I have students who probably do both. So there's probably students who do both. And yeah, it works for them. But I don't use anybody else's stuff. I just use my own. Also, do not send me DMs, guys. Do not send me DMs. Do not send me friend requests. I'm not going to answer it. You got to understand, I get fucking dozens a day. So now, if you guys aren't in any trades now, right? Now we look at this. 2 pivot areas. What I want to look for is a break and a continuation before this next level of resistance, break and continuation to the downside, right? Very simple indicator. What MOS were you? Marines? 0311. And then I was attached with light armor reconnaissance. So when I was in light armor recon, then I was in 11 there, and then I was a gunner. After my time in the Marine Corps, I was then a private military contractor. So then I lived in Afghanistan for 4 years. I lived in Iraq, Qatar, multiple other places in the Middle East. Last night I received a notification about gravity. What's that? It's another hobby indicator. I don't know much about it. Did you make gunnery sergeant? No. I didn't stay in that long. I only did 4 years. 4 years active, 4 years reserves, and then I did 6 years as a military contractor. So I lived in Afghanistan for 4 years. It didn't make sense for me to stay in. I just went in, I became a military contractor, made way more money, way more freedom, and got to do way cooler shit. Without all the fucking politics in the military. Best decision I ever made was joining the military. Second best decision I ever did was getting out of the military. Do you work with expeditionary forces? Yes. I was on Muse. Just passed my eval finally today. Was stuck in eval jail after blowing. Funded account. I was trying to get past. Good job. You ever blow up a building? Kind of. Kind of. Were you on the Black Op type missions? Depends what your definition of Black Op is. Anybody still in this short, waiting for it to hit that TP? It never came near your stop loss, so you would still be good if you held this trade the whole time. It didn't get anywhere close to the stop loss. How much did it pull up? 9 points? Yeah, 9, 10 points. Did you enjoy your mini vacation? Guys, it wasn't a mini vacation. It was work. All I know about the military is what I've learned from Transformers movies. Right. Yes, we do have giant pickup trucks and cars that turn into robots. Correct. Chicago, New York, Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. I actually like it. I like it. It's kind of cool. I'm from New York, so I didn't mind Chicago. What's your favorite color crayon? Everybody knows it's red. What's a military contractor? Military contractor is essentially the government agency, government group associated with the military hires people, ideally with military backgrounds, to sign a contract to work for the government and the military. So essentially, a lot of the times they have us doing things they don't want the military to do. So, hey, Logan, we're going to pay you this amount of money. You're going to live in the Middle East, Afghanistan, war zone, and you're going to do this. If it's a high-risk job, we'll pay you a lot of money. If it's not a high-risk job, we won't pay you a lot of money. You'll sign on for 6 months to a year. This is where you'll live. This is where you'll eat. Whatever. My Afghanistan contract, I signed for a year, and I ended up extending, getting promoted, and was there until the withdrawal. Did you get a chance he returned to beef? I don't know what that means. Logan, you should work for ICE. Why would I work for ICE? Why would I ever work for the government again? Were you in the German or U.S. military? U.S. military. My whole family was in the United States military. My entire family, besides my sisters. Both my parents, my mom and my dad, grandparents, my uncle, myself, were all in the military. My mother moved here from Germany, but she became an American citizen by joining the United States Army. My father is from Norway, but he was adopted in the United States, and he joined the United States Army. We could use your skills in the IDF. I'm good on that. It's not my problem. Do Marines go to Italy as well, or just Navy? Maybe. Probably. Usually the Army gets the cool European deployments. Marines kind of get shafted everywhere. What are your thoughts on the current situation with Iran? I think it's all a waste of time and energy, and I don't care about politics or the Middle East. I spent most of my adult life in the Middle East. I think the entire Middle East as a whole just needs to be left alone. Let them fucking figure out their own shit. Problem is they get involved in international bullshit that affects everybody else. And for whatever reason, the United States feels the need to police it. I think we should just stay the fuck out of the Middle East and do our own thing. I'll tell you guys one thing. I lived in Afghanistan for 4 years. There's no fucking reason for us to be there. Absolutely no reason for us to be there. Did I have a job? Do I have money? Did I make money off of war? Yes. Was there any reason for us to fucking be there? No. I had no idea why I was there. I'll be honest with you guys. I had no idea why I was there. I knew what my mission was. I knew what my job was, but none of it made sense to me. How much money is enough? Would you chill at 100 million or keep playing the game? You'll never. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. I can tell you this 100% with confidence. No one here, well, obviously, because you guys are here watching trading, you think that there's a number where you're like, I'm good, I'm done. You're wrong. You're wrong. Because once you get there, then you see the next number, and then the next number, and you see what these people are doing and what they're doing. Dan, you don't have that number. You think you have that number, Dan, but you don't. I'm telling you, Dan. Dan, you're saying that if you hit this number, you're going to say, Logan, Max, everybody fuck off. I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with you guys. I'm done working forever. You might be an exception. You might be an exception, but I think most people wouldn't. My goal, most of my life, I didn't grow up with money. Money growing up. At one point, there were 6 of us living in a 1-bedroom apartment, right? My whole life goal was just 6 figures a year. 6 figures a year, that'd be so cool if I could make 6 figures a year. As somebody who makes 6 figures a month now, I can tell you that's not fucking shit. It's nothing. The wealth gap is huge. 6 figures a year doesn't fucking get you anything. You're still struggling, especially where you live, depending on where you live. Doesn't mean anything. We got a potential long setup. If you guys are out of that trade, which you guys should be, if you got a long setup here, print through 75 around the 80 area, then you got room, about 45 points of room. Logan, you half Mexican, 6 people, 1 bedroom? No, it's called being poor. Fortunately for you, it doesn't seem like you've been in that situation. Yeah. It's called being poor. 6 of us living in a 1-bedroom apartment in fucking central New Jersey. Used to play professional baseball. And trust me, there's never enough. I have close friends that made over 100 million and still act like they need more. Correct. I also just can't not work. I lose my mind if I'm not being productive and working. I have to work. I'm going to work until the day I die. Because at any point in time, something crazy can happen. And all I'm going to think is like, once I do have a family, that I can't provide for them. I'm not providing for them if I'm not working. I would give all that money back to have not go through what I went through for sure. What does that mean? Our poorest third world country is rich. Right. But I'm not in a third world country. So what are we talking about here? You'd give all the money in the world to give money back to, to not have the experience you had in Iraq. I fucking loved Afghanistan, but I'm a psychopath. Here's a good entry right now. If you guys want to enter this long, it's a good entry. Shoot for 310. Shoot for 310. This is a good entry right now. Shoot for 30 points. It went to wife's school and house. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Look at this. Look at that. Almost 20 points right there. Almost 20 points right there. Look at this. Look at this. This is exactly what I talked about, right? You get the signal. You get the blue line for the give you a general entry. You want to look for a print through of that. You enter. Right about, we want to get to 10, about 30 points. Look at this, ripping. So simple. Consolidation, level adjust, break, continuation. Enter on the rip. It's so fucking easy. It's so easy. I think PHP is the most simple shit. Yeah, it's fucking so dumb. It's brain dead. It's so easy. Look at this. Look at this rip. Look at that. There's 20 points right now since this entry. Thank you, man. First time trading live with you. $1,659 on both accounts. Appreciate you, man. Let's go. Good shit. Good shit. How do you get it? We've been posting the link right here in the chat. Just go to that link and then you can find PHP. It's not on Google. I don't think it's on Google. Trading doesn't have to be hard, guys. Trading doesn't have to be difficult. You just need to have the emotional discipline in the psychology. That's what it is. Look at this. Look at this. It's fucking crazy. So easy. It's so easy. Did you move to break even yet? Nope. I trade differently than a lot of people, though. Actually, concrete ATM settings. I use automatic trade management. So when I click buy or sell, I leave it, and I wait for my trades to set up and adjust and move by themselves. I can literally walk away now, and the trade will manage itself. Auto break even, auto trail, everything. Ugh. Trading is easy. What's a typical stop loss for you? We're usually a single ATR, give or take. I have concrete ones though that's based on the ATR, but it's yeah. There's a way to auto trail with copy trading and Tradeovate. Yep. I use it, and then Max uses some of my ATM settings also. What platform do you use to trade? Tradeovate and Wealth Charts. $50-point stop loss. No, I would never do that high. That'd be ridiculous. If I'm having fun for entertainment on Power Hour, I'll do that. Realistically, my stop losses are never that high. Iraq was fun. Afghanistan was not fun. Fun's not the right word. Fun's not the right word. I shouldn't say Afghanistan was fun. Fun's not the right word. I just felt at home in Afghanistan. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. If I'm comparing it back, this is just like, I'd rather be in Afghanistan than be in the United States a lot of the time. Yeah. More often than not, I think about it every day, where I think about like going back and doing another contract all the time. It's just, it feels natural. And I've been out now for almost 2 years. That just means you need to move out the city. I'm not in the city. I'm not in a city. And my parents owned a ranch in Colorado for a while that I spent a lot of time at. When I was in New Jersey, I was in the suburbs also. You reversed the trade? What trade? We did the short. I told everybody to trim profits, move break even. Then we had the signal for the long, and now everybody's in the long. What are you talking about? And then our TP now is 310. You could also trim profits now. We're up 20. How much points are we up? We're up 25 points. So you could trim now if you want to, move contracts to break even. That would be smart. Since our entry, we've pulled back 3 points. We've had a 3-point pullback from entry, and we've just been ripping. Load, if Trump calls you, are you going back to Afghanistan? No. The only time I will serve for our country again is if we're being invaded. What was your favorite thing about Afghanistan? Camaraderie? Just going through it with the boys? All right, everybody would be out of this trade now. Ideally, you guys trim profits, move to break even. Now we have another setup, right? Look at this. We can just literally just play the signals. Shorts, rode the short down. Long, rode the long. Now if it breaks under this blue level, you ride the shorts. Fucking 30 points down, 25 points up, maybe 30 points down. This is just easy scalping. 25. I don't go for anything under 20 points, though. I'll let you guys know. I shoot for a minimum of 20 to 30 points minimum. Minimum. Top 3 countries you wish we invaded so you could take them on? South America. Not take them on, but Japan. Certain parts of Europe. Do you know what your win rate is? 65, between 60 and 70%. So I'd say 65%. But I have a minimum of I average like a 2-to-1 R multiple. PHP doesn't have a concrete RR because I let runners run. Let's see if we catch another trade right here. Yep, there's another entry. Now you would ride this down to before this area. You know, we're going to bounce here. So go for what is it? I would go for 20 points here. I'll go for 20 points here. Go for like the 30 for your stop loss above this candle. Stop loss above this candle. How much is that? Okay. Yeah. You go for 30 points. Actually, that's almost 30 points again. Let's see. If you guys want, trim at no, I think this is gonna go 30 points. Trim at 40 though. We've been hitting like 25 points. Trim at 40 right here. That's about 20 points. Try and get your 20 points in, trim, and then move your contracts to break even. I'll just set up another trim. What I'm going to do is I'll do a trim at 40 and 30. That's what I'm going to do. Because I still think it should go to 30. But we've been cut just a little short. How do you know the points? Based off of ATR. I pay attention to the average true range, the average candle size. little bit of hesitation here, but if we can pop under and continue down, that'd be great. There we go. There we go. There we go. Give me 40. Give me 40. Give me bang. Now move your contracts into profit. You should trim some of your contracts, move the rest into profit. Move them right. I like to put them just a little bit past my entry. Move those into profit. And now the next trim I'm going to go for is 30. Look at this. 30 points down, 25 points up, 30 points, 20 points down. So what we got? 30, 20, we're at about 75 points right now. Stop loss for me is going to be right. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. There you go. Easy money. What's the point? I come from crypto. If you look here on the side, theoretically, this would be 28,270 points. So per movement. Thank you, Logan. No problem. Did I miss the announcement? Nope, not yet. I'll do it at the end. See? And now what? Look, guys. Now look. Now these are my new pivot points, right? So now I'm not going to force any trades. I'm going to relax. Now, if you have good psychological discipline in your trading, you should log the fuck out. We're 3 for 3 on trades right now. Each trade ranging from 20 to 30 points. So you should be happy in logging out, depending on your risk management. And we would now not touch anything until I got a break and continuation here or break and continuation here. This is how I trade. Were my call outs good enough for you guys? I feel like they were, even though everything I do here is not financial advice, right? Up 827 on my first eval in a month. Thanks, Logan. Nice. Good. MOC in 5. Cool. Yes, sir. On the money. Perfect. Good. They sure are. Cool. I'm trying to be as transparent and open with you guys on my entries, my stop loss, my TP, right? Try and make it as understandable as possible for you guys. And kind of give you guys an idea of how I exactly trade too with HP. Silver Star. Thank you, Luke. Yeah, I need Army Simple. Yeah, dude, you got to think, right? It's like what we were taught in the military. Keep it simple, stupid, kiss, Barney style, right? I try and teach everybody how to trade as if they're 4 years old, right? Did you make a video on how to set up ATMs? In my class, yes. In my course, I do. I have it's very proprietary, my ATM settings. It's a lot of studying and back testing and front testing and AI and everything involved into it to build my strategies around ATM settings. So I don't give that out to just anybody. I only give that out to my students. You can make a good living off of 60 points a day. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm up $2,000. I'm up 2K on the power hour. And I'm over trading. I don't take this many trades ever. I'm one and done. Maybe 2 and through at most. But we're just having fun. This is very insightful. We'll definitely look into your course and indicator. Cool. I don't care if you guys buy my course. I don't care if you guys buy my indicator. I'm not selling shit. I'm just trading live and people are asking questions, so I answer. I generally don't give a fuck if you guys buy my course or buy my indicator. I'm a 6-figure trader, right? I don't need the money. I love teaching though. I like helping other people out, right? I was able to fucking leave the Middle East in combat zones because of my trading. I want to be able to push that onto others as well. In the show shoots, they say traders are like gunslingers. You literally make that a reality. Yes, yeah. Is that up 2K trading minis or micros? Micros. Micros. I mean, it's a 150K. I'll be honest. It's a 150K and I was trading, based on my risk parameters, 22 micros. Technically 2 minis, right? But it fits my criteria, my risk management. Yeah, absolutely, Lakita. Or Lakikata. Lakikata. He can bend anywhere. Jesus. Okay. introduce you to Erica. Yes, I know Erica is very interested in meeting me. Do you think I should pay for the replay button on TradingView? Talk about premium? I would recommend it. I would recommend it. I've built most of my strategies were built off of replay mode, back testing, and then front testing. I like you by yourself on power, so calm and directional. Okay. Okay. I appreciate that, but Javi's my co-host. Javi is 50% of the power hour. You guys might like Javi by himself. You might like being by myself. You guys like my guests and all this stuff. At the end of the day, Javi and I trade together. This is our power hour. Javi's a great trader. Javi is one of the most consistent traders ever. How we approach things are very different. Same thing with Max and Lama. You might like one or the other. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I appreciate it, Lilo, but Javi's my boy, and this is his show also. No, they weren't talking about, guys, they weren't talking bad about Javi. They were just saying that they like me by myself. They weren't saying bad about anybody else. That could be in any direction, right? That could just be generalization. Obviously, if I'm not here with anybody, I can discuss more about my strategies. That just makes sense, right? It's not directed negatively towards anybody. Yeah, I love Javi too. You trade differently. It's hard to understand your style. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. This is the MOC candle. Fucking 45, 50-point candle. Who's a shittier shot, Javi or Coach? I don't know if I should answer. I don't want to answer that. And here's why. Based on my military background, I would never want to out somebody on their vulnerabilities and their defense tactics. So I wouldn't want to say who's worse if it's Javi or Coach, because if somebody wanted to target one or the other, they would know this person is not as good of a shooter. How about that? Those are my boys. I'm not telling you shit about them. I can tell you though, I'm the best fucking shooter out of all of them. I'll put my fucking money on it. Yo, Dan, why you gotta do Coach like that? Why you gotta do Coach like that? I think it's just that you guys talk over one another. I'm working on it. I'm trying not to be interruptive. It's difficult. Have you ever been in a position where you lost everything before? Yeah. Yeah. I was kicked out of my house at 18. I was homeless for 6 months before I joined the military. I'm 6'5", so I was 130 pounds. Joined the military, didn't know what to do, became an alcoholic. Then I went to, as a military contractor, got out of my first military contract, started my own business, signed with a business partner. My business partner took all of my money and disappeared, claimed to have a bunch of degrees. I went $80,000 in debt, filed for bankruptcy, went back to the Middle East to contract again, saved up a bunch of money, started to learn how to trade, moved to the United States, lost all my money trying to become a trader, had to have 3 different jobs, doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, and everything like that because I had no money to my name to pay for my trading to where I am now. So have I lost everything? Multiple times. How did you feel when you got your first payout? It's about damn time. And you're only 35. I'm 32, but thank you. Do you still drink occasionally? No. Yeah. I drank this month. I went out a lot last month for June. So July, I said I'm going to chill. I said I was going to chill for a while. I'm trying to get in better shape. What do you think about LeBron going to Philly? I think LeBron's a washed up old man and is just a prima donna and just craves attention and fucking. I think he's gonna hate Philly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's gonna hate Philly. He's a princess. He's not gonna like Philly. Anybody who's from Philly knows that. You ever met a Phillies fan? Good luck. I lived closer to Philly than I did New York when I was growing up. All right, we got about 7 more minutes. We're going to drop those codes in the Power Hour on the YouTube and on the Discord. We're going to drop that code. Gonna hang tight. I usually don't take trades after MOC though. What time do you normally trade? I trade with my students live every morning, 8 a.m. until about 9:20, and then I trade by myself around 9:30 to about 10 a.m. I only trade 30 minutes. My main accounts, I trade for about 30 minutes. And then I'll come around here before Power Hour, fuck around, and then trade with you guys. Power Hour every single day. I'll trade. I started trading in January, got my first payout ever in June, and I was a payout away from going live with Lucid Blue the account. Ever since then, I've not been able to get a payout. You got a payout a month ago. You got plenty of time. In Afghanistan, did you see a lot of T-boys? Seen a lot of soldiers mentioned on the podcast. How do you deal with some of the culture? Chai boys. Yes, we saw chai boys all the time. Pretty fucked up, actually. If you know what a chai boy is. Pretty fucked up. It's their culture. We actually had this kid who was a contractor with us a very short period of time. He had long blonde hair. Fucking older Afghan man. Fucking would whistle at him. All types of crazy shit. Do the other coaches trade with their students? Yeah, sometimes. First time watching, won 3 out of 3. So simple. Thank you. Legend. Love the chat too. No problem, Chris. Good job. Logan, you ever had to kill someone in Afghanistan? Don't ask people that. If anybody served in the military or was a combat veteran in combat zones, don't ask them that question. It's not an appropriate question. I'm not going to answer that. All right. On that note, let's give away some shit. Mods. So guys, what you're going to do is you're going to go to maxoptionstrading.com, go into the indicator for PHP during the checkout. Don't fuck this up. In the checkout, what you're going to do is type in this code. Mods, drop the code. Drop the code for them. I don't even know what the code is. What is the code? Actually, I'll just fucking tell you. The code is PHP Pro 26. All capital letters. PHP Pro 26. When you go to check out the PHP indicator, you're going to get a free week. Logan seems like an asshole, but honestly is the best teacher and has a good heart. It's very accurate. Honestly, I'm not even going to be bothered by that. That is a very accurate statement. That's a very accurate statement. Yes, I'm an asshole. I'd like to think I'm a good teacher and give a fuck about my students. Absolutely. Guys, you don't need to type it in here. You just go, when you go to the checkout, you plug it in, you get it free for a week. Guys, you want it. Just go and check out. If you don't, there's only 100 spots, guys. Go use the code. It says it's not working. Did anybody get it? Damn it, Dan. Stand by. Stand by. 1 second. Yeah, if you already own it, it's not going to work. I'm waiting on Dan. See if he can get it. Sorry, guys. Still waiting for anybody to answer me. Stand by. Gotta call this fucking idiot. This fucking. Fucking sick, dude. All right. Well, it's Friday anyway. Fucking, we'll drop it Monday. We'll drop it Monday. Wait. Nope, that was Athena. Fucking. All right. Well, fucking. So, you guys all tried it. PHP Pro doesn't work. Okay. Fucking. Cool. All right. Well, fucking just everybody fucking. No, I'm not gonna be a troll. I'm not gonna be a troll. We'll try it again. Let's do this. Let's just give away some shit. Mods, can I confirm that at least if I give away free indicators to some people and some accounts, that shit's gonna work? That's gonna work, right? All right. Fucking damn, dude. YouTube. YouTube word of the day is Friday. Yeah, guys, tune in on the Power Hour on Monday. Tune in to Power Hour Monday. I'm going to drop a new code, get you guys all access. I'm sorry, you're not going to have PHP for Monday, but you'll have it for a whole week after that anyway. Code of the day is Friday. And then on the Discord, I'm thinking of a number 1 through 100. Weird, a lot of you guys said 77. You got to stand on your shirt, take it off. I'm good, bro. I'm going to leave it there. 1 through 100. Nobody's got it yet. Oh, Lisa. Congratulations. You just got access to any indicator free for an entire week. Lisa. Right here. Mods, I'm just going to reply to the winner and saying winner. Lisa. All right, you guys can stop now. We're going to do the next thing. Wait. Everybody try now. Everybody try the indicator now. PHP row 26. Try now. Everybody try now. PHP RO 26. Try now. YouTube winner ATAC PLE 1991, which is essentially Apple 1991. Congratulations. You got any indicator free for an entire week. You guys got it? You guys are getting it? Cool. Try it now. YouTube, Discord, try it now. PHPRO 26. PHPRO 26. Got it. Thank you. Awesome. 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 All right. Everybody's getting the fucking PHP. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then the winners that I just announced, you guys get another indicator for an entire week. All right. Guys, stop typing in numbers. Stop typing in numbers. Where to get it? Go to maxoptionstrading.com, go to the indicators, go to PHP, go for a week, type in the code. Hey, Logan, I purchased your course. I read that I will get PHP free for a specific period of time, but they mentioned that I will not get a free week. Could you please look into it? If you're a student of mine, a CSO student, yes, you'll get access to it free for a week. Let's go. Thank you, Logan. Cool. 150K straight to funded would be cool. I disagree. I think straight to fundeds are not worth your time or your money. Ooh, it reached its limit. All right. YouTube, word of the day, going to be CSO. YouTube, CSO. Discord. What should I do for Discord? Let's do this, Discord. Let's do this. Year I was born. Year I was born. Wow, Corey sniped that. Corey sniped that. Corey. Corey, Sea Dog. Congratulations. Motherfucker said 85. Corey, congratulations. Open up a support ticket. You just won an account to whatever platform. Got it. Good job. Nice, Philip. 1776. I like that. PHP isn't popping up on the wealth charts indicators. It should once you have it set up. You can so here's the cool thing. If you guys get the indicators, right, you get it on TradingView and wealth charts together. Also, obviously, after a week, it's going to bill you. So make sure you guys cancel that. Just a heads up. Right. Winner on the YouTube, Brian Hicks, 5904. Brian Hicks, 5904. Congratulations. You also want access to an account, whatever it is. Congratulations. So open up a support ticket. All right, guys. Everybody, have a great weekend. I will see you guys all Monday. Students, I'm trying to figure out a class that we're going to do on the market structure or candlestick patterns with PHP. Is there a video on how to use PHP? Yes, go to my website. My YouTube. Just Logan CSO. Logan CSO Trades. Guys, follow me on my socials. Logan CSO. Also, my YouTube, my Instagram. Check it out. You can just watch me be a degenerate on my Instagram most of the time, just doing stupid shit. Everybody have a great weekend. This ended up being just a very educational power hour, but we caught 3 great trades. Good power hour. Easy money. Everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you guys all on Monday. Back at it for the last week. Statistically, I do very well the last week of every month, so you guys should as well. Later, everybody. Have a good weekend. And kick it.
Do a quick 5, 10, counting up on both hands, that's dinero. Do a quick 5, 10, counting up on both hands, that's dinero. They said life after death, they was never that close. Hit the wheel, love, I be in the back row. Then it flipped on his head, that's a fact though. 2 wheels to the chest, had a body on a gurney. Out from the crowd, make the whole place scurry. And I know they were worried, but it wasn't my time. Came back in a hurry. Life gave me a burden, burden in my trip, turned into a gift. Starting all over, I was starting to trip. Took a little chip, turned into a brick. Then I did again. Took a little chip, turned into a brick. Then I did again. Took a little chip, one and shit, turned into a chip. We in and out quick. And my head drop. Eat 'em maestro. Do a quick 5-10, counting up on both hands, that's dinero. Maestro. Eat 'em maestro. Do a quick 5-10, counting up on both hands, that's dinero. Big win in the morning, let's celebrate. Probably need a steak on the plate. A little wine, the white kind, the Sauvignon Blanc. New father, I'm doing my job. Can't do what I used to do. This life ain't just for me, it's for you. I'm focused, keeping my emotions from overflowing. To me, it's like an ocean that never ends. So when you learn how to swim, you never get wet. And you never forget that you a vet. I keep you in my mind every second. I hope you never had to feel how I felt, but you gotta know the truth. My life without you was no life at all. Quantum shift, on and two and shift, and I did it again. Quantum shift, on and two and shift. We in and out quick. Am I eat 'em eyes, do a quick 5-10, counting up on both hands, that's dinero. Am I eat 'em eyes, do a quick 5-10, counting up on both hands, that's dinero. Eat 'em maestro. Do a quick 5-10, counting up on